Hey gamers, welcome back to the channel. October 2025 is stacked with incredible releases that are pushing boundaries in storytelling, combat, and exploration. From heart-pounding action to mind-bending adventures, these are the top 10 best new games dropping this month. Get ready to unleash chaos in the ultimate dinosaur management sim, Jurassic World Evolution 3. Building on the addictive formula of its predecessors, this third entry lets you take the reins of massive theme parks teeming with prehistoric beasts. You'll start by scouting remote islands for fossil digs, piecing together DNA strands in high-tech labs to breed hybrid species, like the cunning Velociraptor Pax or towering Spinosaurus variants. Resource management is key. Balance visitor crowds with security protocols because one loose T-Rex can turn your paradise into pandemonium. The game's revamped AI makes dinos feel alive. They hunt in coordinated ambushes, form social hierarchies, and even respond to weather changes, forcing you to adapt enclosures on the fly. Multiplayer co-op shines here, allowing friends to collaborate on mega parks spanning multiple biomes, from lush jungles to arid deserts. Visually, it's a feast. Ray-traced lighting casts dramatic shadows over stampeding herds, while the sound design roars with authenticity. But it's not all fun and fossils. Ethical dilemmas arise as corporate overlords push for riskier experiments, adding narrative depth to your tycoon empire. Whether you're a series veteran or new to the franchise, this evolution delivers hours of strategic thrills and jaw-dropping spectacles. Rev up your nostalgia engines for Double Dragon Revive, a brutal beat-em-up that resurrects the classic arcade formula with modern flair. Set in a dystopian near future where street gangs rule crumbling cityscapes, you step into the boots of twin brothers Billy and Jimmy Lee, armed with nothing but fists, pipes, and unyielding grit. The core loop is pure adrenaline, chain combos across hordes of thugs and procedurally generated levels, from neon-lit alleys to abandoned subways, each packed with destructible environments for improvised takedowns. What's fresh? A deep customization system lets you upgrade movesets with cybernetic implants. Think electrified punches or grappling hooks for aerial assaults, tailoring your playstyle from agile dodger to heavy-hitting tank. Local and online co-op supports up to 4 players, turning boss fights against hulking enforcers into chaotic, laugh-out-loud spectacles. The pixel art style, enhanced by fluid 60 FPS animations, pays homage to the originals while adding layers like parry mechanics and environmental hazards such as exploding barrels or collapsing scaffoldings. Story mode weaves a gritty tale of revenge, with branching paths based on your aggression levels, unlocking secret characters like a rogue cop or cyber ninja ally. Blast off into corporate satire at warp speed with The Outer Worlds 2, the eagerly awaited sequel that expands the Halcyon universe into uncharted chaos. You play as a freelance spacer awakening from cryo-sleep on the fringe colony of Monarch Prime, where megacorps clash in a cold war over alien artifacts. Choice-driven RPG elements return amplified. Your decisions ripple across factions, from allying with rebel miners to sabotaging boardroom coups, shaping a narrative that's equal parts hilarious and harrowing. Combat evolves with seamless first and third-person switching, letting you wield tactical gadgets like gravity grenades or companion drones alongside an arsenal of moddable weapons, from plasma shotguns to stealthy vibroblades. Exploration shines in procedurally generated planets, each with unique biomes, toxic swamps hiding buried tech, or zero-G asteroid belts for daring spacewalks. Companions steal the show, with deeper backstories and synergy perks. Recruit a sarcastic AI hacker or a burly mechanic whose banter rivals the best in gaming. The humor skewers capitalism with witty dialogue trees, but darker themes of exploitation add weight. Technically, it's a leap. Dynamic weather affects firefights, and the skill tree branches into wild builds like psychic manipulators or corporate saboteurs. Step into a time-warping frenzy with Kingmakers, the audacious action strategy sandbox where modern firepower collides with medieval mayhem. As a battle-hardened operative hurled back to 1400 AD England, you wield assault rifles, grenade launchers, and even attack helicopters against hordes of armored knights and rampaging longbowmen, all in a bid to rewrite history and thwart a dystopian future. Developed by Redemption Road and published by tinyBuild, this early access launch on October 8th promises a dynamic campaign where you build and manage colonies, from blacksmith forges upgrading your arsenal to stables breeding warhorses, while commanding AI-driven armies in real-time battles that span sieges on crumbling castles and open-field clashes. The next-gen multi-threaded AI makes every soldier a tactical wildcard. They flank intelligently, break ranks under fire, or switch loyalties based on morale, turning skirmishes into unpredictable epics. Procedural animations ensure fluid carnage with limbs flying and shields splintering in glorious detail. Co-op for up to 4 players lets you divvy up roles, one piloting drones for recon, another sniping from afar, fostering emergent strategies like luring archers into minefields. Upgrades are key. Transform a basic pistol into a silenced beast, or bolt a minigun to a knight's charger for hybrid horrors. Visually, it's a spectacle of clashing eras, torchlit keeps silhouetted against chopper searchlights, while mud-churned fields littered with spent casings. Whisper through the suffocating gloom of Little Nightmares 3, Supermassive Games' masterful continuation of the pint-sized horror legacy, launching October 10th across platforms including the Nintendo Switch 2. This time, embody Lo and Alone, 2 inseparable child protagonists bound by fragile trust, as they traverse the ever-mutating Nowhere, a labyrinth of rusted bowels and flickering illusions, where every shadow hungers. Unlike solo slinks of yore, co-op is woven into the core. One player might dangle from a chain to swing open a distant hatch, while the other puzzles out light-sensitive riddles to banish light-sensitive lurkers, their synced heartbeats amplifying the dread. Environments are grotesque poetry, conveyor belts grinding fleshy amalgamations, carnival tents echoing with distorted laughter, each chapter unveiling phobias, like the carnival's masked grotesques or the ferryman's fog-shrouded docks. Puzzles demand intimate collaboration, stack wobbly crates to evade the long-armed warden's probing grasp, or harmonize whistles to lure gnome-like helpers from cracks. The artistry astounds with distorted perspectives and hand-animated fluidity, volumetric fog cloaking horrors until they lunge. Soundscape seals the terror, creaking timbers, muffled sobs, and a swelling orchestral dirge that crescendos in chases. Pre-order perks include an enhanced original edition with ray-traced upgrades.
Ignite the streets of Lumio City and Pokémon Legends ZA, Game Freak's bold urban reinvention of the Legends series, debuting October 16th on Nintendo Switch and enhanced for Switch 2. Set amid Kalos' glittering redevelopment, you awaken as a visionary trainer partnering with Zygarde to mend a rift fusing human and Pokémon realms, transforming the Eiffel Tower-esque Prism Tower into a Harmony Beacon. Ditch the wilds for a bustling metropolis where battles erupt organically. Chase rogue Talonflame through rain-slicked boulevards or negotiate with territorial Luxray atop skyscrapers, all in real-time action RPG flow. Mega Evolution roars back with fresh twists. Unlock seasonal stones via ranked online duels for starters like Mega Chespin or Greninja variants, chaining evolutions mid-leap for cinematic flair. Exploration thrives in verticality. Scale ledges with new traversal tools like Zygarde's core orbs for wall clangs, uncovering hidden alleys teeming with 100+ regional forms, from graffiti tag Smeargle to cybernetic Floette. Capture evolves into empathetic bonds. Minigames reveal personalities, granting ability synergies like a Pikachu's Volt Surges amplified by urban storms. The narrative arcs through faction alliances, eco-rebels versus corporate barons, with choices reshaping Lumiose into verdant parks or neon hives. Embrace the eternal night in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, the Chinese Room's long-awaited sequel to the 2004 cult classic, unleashing October 21 on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. As an elder vampire roused from torpor and a fractured Seattle, you navigate 5 sprawling districts from neon-drenched uptown to fog-veiled industrial docks, where sects teeter on Civil War's brink. Choose your bloodline at Embrace, Bruja for rage-fueled brawls, Tremere for arcane manipulations, or newly integrated La Sombra for abyss-wrought shadows, each unlocking discipline trees like celerity dashes or dominate mind phrase that bend dialogues and foes alike. The immersive sim shines in reactivity. Seduce informants for sect intel or shatter masquerade with public feedings, triggering hunter swarms or ally betrayals. Combat fuses visceral melee with supernatural flair. Drain vagrants in back alleys to fuel Auspex visions, piercing illusions, or puppeteer thralls in boardroom intrigues. Narrative branches deeply with player agency crafting endings from uneasy truces to blood-soaked ascendants, echoing the original's philosophical bite on monstrosity. Seattle pulses alive. Rain-slicked streets reflect holographic ads, jazz dives thrum with anarch plots, and a voice cast dripping sarcasm elevates every exchange. Technical polish promises seamless first-to-third swaps and stable performance post-delays. Storm the front lines and Battlefield 6, DICE's triumphant return to form that reignites the series' legacy of colossal warfare, launching October 10th on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Drawing from the gritty realism of Battlefield 3 and 4, you dive into a globe-spanning conflict as an elite operative, blending a gripping single-player campaign with multiplayer mayhem that supports up to 64 players per match. The narrative thrusts you into asymmetrical battles across war-torn cities and rugged frontiers, where squad commands and moral choices dictate outcomes, from covert extractions to all-out assaults on fortified outposts. Multiplayer modes like Conquest and Breakthrough evolve with dynamic objectives that shift based on destruction. Level entire skyscrapers to create new paths, or flood subways for underwater skirmishes, all powered by Frostbite's next-gen physics for unparalleled chaos. Classes return refined: Assault for versatile firepower, Medic for clutch revives, Support for ammo drops, and Recon for eagle-eyed sniping, with specialist perks like Drone Swarms or Wallhawks unlocking tactical depth. Vehicles dominate: commandeer hypersonic jets for dogfights or retrofit tanks with railguns, while naval clashes feature carrier strikes amid stormy seas. Post-launch seasons promise fresh maps, weapons, and a battle royale mode teased for late October, ensuring longevity. Visually stunning with ray-traced shadows and volumetric fog, the audio thunders with authentic ballistics and squad chatter. Slice through the neon-drenched apocalypse in Ninja Gaiden 4, the blistering co-op from Team Ninja and Platinum Games, slashing onto PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, and Game Pass October 21. Introducing Yakumo, a rogue Raven Clan shinobi branded a criminal after a clan massacre. You hunt the Dark Dragon's cult amid a rain-soaked cyberpunk Tokyo overrun by biomechanical fiends and rival ninjas. Combat is a precision ballet of brutality. Wield the Takeminakata Naginata for sweeping arcs, chain into Blood Mine Ninjutsu to morph blades into fiery whips or shadow clones, and master legacy moves like the Izuna drop for crowd-crushing finishers. Difficulty tiers cater to all, from approachable warrior mode with checkpoints to sadistic master ninja, where one lapse means instant death, complete with training arenas to hone parries and combos. Co-op shines locally or online, letting a partner revive you mid-frenzy or tag team bosses like a colossal skeleton shark that phases through walls. Exploration uncovers upgrades goals in labyrinthine levels, from vertigo skyscrapers to flooded subways, unlocking Nimpo spells and customizable loadouts. Ryu Hayabusa guest stars in pivotal chapters, bridging eras with his arsenal. Stylish visuals blend shell-shaded flair with realism-soaked gore, scored by pounding taiko drums that escalate in boss marathons. Ascend to vengeance's peak in Ghost of Yotei, Sucker Punch's breathtaking sequel that crowns October 2nd's PS5 exclusive with a standalone saga of spectral fury. 3 centuries after Tsushima, you embody Atsu, a haunted mercenary forged in her clan's fiery slaughter, donning the Onryo mantle to stalk the Yotei Six, ruthless Ronin lords who wield cursed artifacts across Ezo, or Hokkaido's frozen wilds in 1603. The open world sprawls majestically. Traverse aurora-kissed tundras, scale mist-shrouded peaks, and infiltrate Ainu villages teeming with folklore-inspired allies, where fox spirits guide hidden paths and hot springs reveal Atsu's tormented flashbacks. Combat poetry evolves with dual stances: katana for fluid iaijutsu draws, kusarigama for chain grapples, and new ghost mechanics. Phase through barriers as ethereal mist or summon yokai winds to stagger foes, blending parry precision with environmental kills like avalanche triggers. Moral choices ripple. Embrace rage for berserk modes or harmony for ally bonds, shaping endings from solitary purge to tribal redemption. Exploration rewards curiosity. Dye your armor in seasonal hues, befriend spectral wolves for hunts, or duel in haiku-laden standoffs. And that's our countdown. The top 10 must-plays transforming October 2025 into a gamer's paradise. From prehistoric parks to spectral samurai, these titles deliver innovation and heart. Which one's topping your wish list? Hit the comments, like if you're pumped, and subscribe for breakdowns, tips, and more. Thanks for watching. Now go pre-order and level up your backlog. See you in the next one.